Okay, I reached this point yesterday, having detoured around the rim of a little crater. This is where I was realizing that my EVA suit compass was all screwy, even though it was probably 5 miles from the wreck. That's like 8 kilometers? I'm trying, I really am. And it's still the case today. The suit compass is nuttier than 2 squirrels in a winter food hoarding competition. My homemade compass, on the other hand, seems to be working perfectly. Maybe they should have had me scratch build the Varia too? Might have stayed in one piece that way. Oh, that joke went a little dark right in the middle of me telling it. Sorry about that. Once again, I don't feel like I'm any closer to the peak. Once again, I'm questioning whether to keep going. Let's do it, Taylor. We're committed here. Yeah, alright. Plenty of daylight ahead of me. Finite amount of moon. If I keep putting one foot in front of the other enough times, I'm bound to get someplace. Or die trying. Well, the good news is, I haven't died trying. The bad news is, I honestly can't tell whether I've gotten any closer. It's as if time and space and perspective have all taken a little vacation in the vicinity of this weird peak. One moment I'll look up and think, hey, I'm almost there. And then I'll blink, and it'll seem like it's 10 miles away again. I'm thinking of taking a snack break before I get back to it. Probably a good idea. Keep Taylor strong as possible. Alright, I'm just gonna go with the first MRE I grab out of my pack. And the winner is chili with beans. In space, no one can hear you fart. Some would argue that chili with beans isn't proper chili at all. Which side of this all-important debate do you land on? Beans. Beans. Well, you should try this MRE. It'd change your mind real quick. Still, I'm glad we solved that riddle. If, God forbid, I die out here on this desert moon, please make sure they serve chili with beans at my wake. I'm eating and hiking, partner. Talk to you in a few. Okay, I've finally been able to make some real noticeable progress. I'm at the edge of another crater. Pretty enormous one with massive walls to rappel down into. But the base of the peak is at the center of the crater, right at the deepest point of its concavity. So as long as I can keep an eye on it, it can't go anywhere. In theory, anyway. It's a long way down into that crater. I've got no climbing equipment, obviously. Can I get down safely? Will I ever get back out? What do you say? Ready to find out? Oh man, go for it. I know you're not athletic, but we're going for it, Taylor. I've scouted out the crater walls in scouting out distance and found a section with a decent amount of crags and footholds. I guess in the absence of nylon ropes and carbiners, a few shallow divots in the rock is as good as it's gonna get. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? I end up sawing off my arm with a blunt Swiss Army knife like the 127 Hours guy? Yes, that actually does sound like the worst thing that could happen. Wish me luck? We wish you all the luck in the world, Taylor. Thanks. Fortunately, I think I'm actually gonna need it. This would probably be easier if I wasn't talking to you. No offense, I just really ought to concentrate. If you never hear from me again, it's because I pulled 127 hours just like I was afraid of. Not sure what that translates to in metric terms. Hopefully it sounds more impressive. 49,087 mega minutes or something? Okay, down I go. Talk to you soon, I hope. Me too. I made it! Couple of minor mishaps along the way, but who doesn't love a little adrenaline rush from time to time? I could probably stand to take a painkiller, in that I have pain that would benefit from being killed. I think we've got 3 pills, if I remember correctly, so I haven't taken it yet, so I think this would be a good time to take one. Keep ourselves fit. Okay, that takes me down to 2 pills, but I'm pretty sure the relief is going to be worth it. Now I've got a long, slow slog ahead of me. I really can't overstate how big a bowl this crater is, especially now that I'm down inside of it. But the peak is in view. It's not going anywhere. I'm going to get there if I just keep walking that direction. My rattletrap compass still tells me I'm pointed north, so I guess I get my merit badge for that. I'll check in with you when I'm closer to my goal. Until then... Things are a little weird. Mind if I unload? Lay it on me. Thanks. So, you know how this peak seemed to sort of, I don't know, stay out of reach? I had thought it was just an optical illusion, like I must be getting closer, but the various hills and valleys on this moon are playing tricks with my perspective. But now I'm not so sure. I know this sounds crazy, but... Nah, never mind. It sounds crazy because it is crazy. Just forget about it. Tell us, Taylor. We're here for you. Look, this is nuts, but I think the peak might actually be sort of wavering in, like a existential sense. I'll be looking at it, and then I'll blink, and for a second, it just won't be there. And then, of course, it's there again, and I'll question my sanity. That's happened about a half a dozen times since I got down into the crater. What is going on with this thing? It's an illusion? It is weird. I know, right? But here's what's really tripping me out. I've been walking for about an hour now, more or less, making a beeline for this place. Just a minute ago, I looked down, and there was another set of boot prints in the sand. I don't mean an inspirational poster that's when I carried you kind of sense. I mean, these are exactly the same shape and size as my own footprints, as if I was doubling back on my own path. How is that even possible? What? This is weird. How could he be sure? Are they sure? Is Taylor sure that it's his? Maybe it's someone else here. Well, I mean, who else could they possibly be? They're exactly my size, exactly the same tread pattern. I don't know, I'm not sure how I could be walking in a straight line and walking in circles at the same time. I don't want to think about it anymore. I'm just going to put my head down and keep walking forward.